what I'll do is I'll just like wait until people are viewing and then I'll start. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, there. Does this actually help the lighting or not?
Yeah, it helps.
How many people are watching? Is this on? Lower it? That. Hmm? There you go. Yeah, my gosh. It's so weird. Oh, it was like a fall. So that thing can fall the way through right now very easily. So if you bump that table, this, I'm just warning you. Better off taking it down, taking it down. If you
Hello everyone. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that was weird. Just some lighting things. But welcome to another live stream for Smart Creations. Check it out on YouTube. SM capital ART creation lowercase and then capital S. So today we're going to, for our third already, wow, pajama paint party. Again, I'm not in pajamas. For the fourth one, I'll be in pajamas. But so we're gonna be making this landscape. I thought it was very nice. Has those palm trees, that mountain in the backdrop, and it's like a lined lake where you can see the reflection of the trees. So very nice. So thank you for watching again. If you're watching this on YouTube, after this live stream, like and subscribe. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna start with our pencil. And well, let's just split it up into sections. If you watched my latest video, Cherry Blossom River, check it out. I talk a lot about dividing, how to start a painting and about how to divide it into sections. It came out really good. I can actually show you it. This is our finished product. It looks great. Just about how to split up a painting. Okay, so we can start. Let's make something along the lines of this. Okay. Make a horizon line. Make another line here. Take yellow. And then there's these shapes. So I'm sort of going to get them now. So I don't have a good idea what I'm working with. Okay. So something like that is good. Okay. So that's enough to start to section it off. It's sort of hard to see, but I don't want to go too hard, so maybe move it forward. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry about that. Basically, what I did was I sectioned off until I made a line like here for the mountain, here for the horizon line. You can see there's like a second line that separates like the orangish yellow from the grass, and then another one here, separates the grass and the lake, and then another one here, which is like a path. So, okay. Now, so let's start by making our sky, because the sky is the one that we want to have dry the quickest. Yeah. Okay. So this sky is extremely white. So what I think I'm actually going to do is, this is a nice trick. You just want to get a bunch of white and paint the sky white. Like, it seems, whoa, pretty simple, but I understand why, because afterward you can blend in a little bit of blue and it comes out really nice. So take some water. And this one is sort of dark. It's sort of dark much. Oh my god. Give me a second. That did not come out how I liked it to. So let's get a better, cleaner brush. So sorry about that. Make sure your brush is clean before you do this, because if I kept on going with that, it would have been a very stormy day. And it is clearly not a stormy day right now. So, so keep it from dripping. When you're using a lot of water, that's like really not bad. Then the other thing you want to be worried about the most dripping. Last paint party though. I'm just going to call it the paint party or PPP for now, just easier. And Allie was our guest and assistant last time. We painted a skyline, and what she did was she had a cool technique. I personally wouldn't use it only because it can make your painting look sort of messy. But for her water, she wanted to add a lot of actual water. So she did it, and it ended up making this cool dripping effect. If you're going to make like abstract art, it's going to look amazing, but just for the sake of this, if you're trying to make a really realistic painting, I wouldn't really do it. Now, Lulu leads up that opens up a lot of opportunities though. An abstract or if you want to make like a candle, you want to have like wax dripping down it. That could be cool. Yeah. So there's just some cool techniques you could do with that. But for now, if you are not that experienced, I am not. I wouldn't try that only because it might not make your painting come out the way you want. So yeah. Okay. So. And it can also, the downside of that, the really big downside, is that it actually, I made that mistake in my first video a few weeks ago, and you can check it out, you'll see. I sort of commentaried on it. I had no clue why it was happening, but what it did was I didn't stop it from dripping. And I didn't see it, but I guess when I did the mountain or the sky, I added way too much water. And there's just this line drip down in the middle of my canvas. And I was trying to go over it and over it, and I was like, why isn't it going? And I just basically said, I don't know what it was, but just if that happens to you, just let it try and then go over it. But the better way to do it is just avoid it in the first place by not adding too much water. Okay, so I'll just add a little bit of blue. Oh, okay, that's way too much. Okay, I keep on doing this, but okay, so yes, like that. We'll just add a little bit of detail. The sky is going to be very smooth. I do not want it to be. I don't want to add a lot of texture to the sky, only because I just think for now we should keep it simple. Also, just so you know, please, if you are painting along, you'll notice this. If basically what's going to happen is the longest part of the painting is the setup and the beginning, because in the beginning, even if you sort of know what you're doing, like I know I'm going to make that, but it's difficult to really get exactly how you want it to. So you have to just set it up correctly and make a few tweaks here and there every now and again. So it's sort of like, oh, that's nice. I like that. Okay, that looks awesome. So you'll see what I'm doing. So I added a little bit too much blue, but that's okay because you can take that to your advantage. Add some detail into your painting. If that's what happens to you, if you make a mistake, you might end up actually like. I like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit more white because I don't want to use it on this grid. So that's what okay. Also, my easel, and I'm assuming most easels have this thing. Always remember not to forget about painting under that. It'll leave this weird space in the middle of your painting. Sorry if my arm is blocking it. Something like that. It's strong. Give me a second. I'm just gonna make it a little bit darker. I don't know if that made it better, but it's give me a second. So basically, the idea is that it's a whitish blue. It should be mostly blue. I'm going to take a little bit of that blue, move into the rest of it, and I'm just going to go over with you, just highlight a few sections. This might seem like a lot, but after you blend it all in, it will be barely anything. So, I'm going to add a bit of water. Okay. We'll just do this now. Skies always take a while because the color takes a little bit to get right, but it's not even the problem is skies are like one of the most changeable things in nature. So one of my favorite like set of paintings is the one that Claude Monet made that were the same place. I don't know if you know about this. If not, look it up. It's the same place, but it's at 3 different times of day. He was like we're playing light, and it looked really cool. But and the thing is that really just comes to show that the sky will really affect your painting. So if you don't get your sky right, it can really sort of affect your painting. Because the sky is sometimes like the first thing you see. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash it off with some paint thinner. I'm using paint thinner because it's just so much quicker to get it off your brushes, but it does take a little bit more drying to get all of it off. You do not want it on. I, by accident, made the mistake of not completely getting all of it off, and it did not go well for me. Sorry. Well, that's for a bit. Okay, so let's bring this a little bit forward. Yeah, the comparison correct. Okay. Okay, sorry. That was weird. Still playing all around with Facebook Live. But okay. So great. Let us go to the mountain. And then we can go to the lake. So in the mountain, this is probably what I'm most scared about because this mountain is at first when you look at the mountain, you might see it's like orangish, but then if you look closer, it's also bluish and grayish. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that orange. I'm gonna make it orange. I'm gonna mix a bunch of this. Whoa, sorry. I'm gonna take some orange, yellow, and white, and mix them all together. Orange, sorry, yellow, and white. What? I have not made this color before. I hope it comes out really good. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's really nice. Okay, I just found out something. If you're making any portraits, this is a great color for skin. That is great. Okay, but doesn't match it. Nope. So let's add a little bit of like this coffee color. This coffee color, it is called golden brown. Hopefully it does me good. And please work, please work, please work. I'm really praying that this works because if it doesn't, this is why. So I really can't mess up. But was that doing justice? It does. Okay. So for this, you have to really pay attention to the shadows. So let's start with going here. Let's get detail with a paintbrush. And just start like that. Make it there. Up. We will add detail to this afterward. I just want to get the shapes. So for this one, it actually has a bit of an outline. So I need to keep in mind that. This is just a base layer. Remember that it is not the finished product. Sometimes I just say that it's the base layer, and then I end up keeping it because when I take a step back, I actually feel it. But I'm definitely going to be changing the color for this one. Ooh. Just do this action over here. Okay. Remember that this is always. Oh, okay. Now what I'm just gonna make it a bit thinner. Now I want to add some character into this. Like I said that out loud, that sounded really weird. But okay, so now what I think I'll do is something that I always make a mistake when I use paint thinner because I don't actually get it off. Sorry. But okay. Thank you for watching, you guys. Some people have joined, so thank you. Okay. I have two screens over here. One to actually be doing the videoing, and one to not be doing the video. And just to look at who's watching the comments and stuff. This we'll have to do. Okay. Okay. So what we can do now. Well, I'm really looking at sky now. Okay. Let's make that blue. So take some blue. Which is Mediterranean blue, or gray blue. I don't know anymore. And then some black. So when you mix any color with black, it creates a gray. I mean, like at this point, I've done it so many times by accident. Like it's just a fact for me now. So, and if you don't want to make gray, just gray, black and white. This is a great technique to do it because it can add a little burst of color to mostly dark painting. Now this one adds a bit of darkness to a really light painting. Way too dark. So let's add some blue. Remember, this is the first time making this painting. So I've looked at it, I've sort of planned out how I'm going to do this, but I haven't done it. New for me. Okay. I think that's gonna be awesome. Nope, it is not. Okay. Change of plans. I'm just going to add a bunch of blue. Take this color and add it into it. Yeah, I feel like it's going to do much better. Okay. This is already so much better. Okay. So maybe I should have added gray. Wise. Much better. So, not enough. Sorry, it's weird. It always comes out differently on your canvas. So if it looks good on your palette, don't be sure it'll look good on your canvas. For this one, I've said this before in my videos. You see my videos. My favorite type of painting is the ones where it's obviously a painting, but it's ultra realistic. So it's I don't like photo. What's it called? I'm not good with my photorealism, I think it's called, because I feel like, oh god, that's way too much gray. Whatever. Because I feel like it takes away from the painting. You have to have an enormous skill to be able to do it, so it's really impressive, but the other side of it is sort of like, yeah, you can't tell what's a painting, so what's the point of painting instead of just taking a photograph. So, I really like those paintings, just like, so I'm sort of gonna, I mean, it's a form, this is the thing, I don't love Impressionism, but I like the idea that you should be able to tell that's a painting and see the paintbrush strokes. That's sort of my idea for this. Okay. Okay. Let's move the water. It's not looking amazing right now, but once I add detail, it should be fine. Okay. Maybe. I should have that working. This is the thing. I know I'm saving the palm trees for last, because they're like the main part of it, but I don't know what I should rest on. Just do the grass. There's yellow. Okay. Okay. Yellow. Orange. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna take some yellow. Huh? Sorry. Comment if you want me to do more. Okay. Tell me if you want me to do more talking. I don't think you do. I think I talk too much. So just tell me in the comments if you want me to explain what I'm doing a little bit. Like it's a little bit self-explanatory, but just in case, and tell me because I'd be happy to. Okay, great. So now I'm going to do my green. Take some green, put it in the mix. And I'm gonna be using 2 palettes, I guess. That wasn't my plan, but plans change. So I'm losing a battle with English today. So let's take some green and I'm the type of artist who feels like the best art is. So I feel like the thing about art is that part of making art is that you should know how it's going to be. Like, I really am into art history because it's really interesting because it's like someone said they looked up Impressionism and photorealism. I really should have explained that better. Sorry, but red, yellow, and something. But because it just knowing the types of art and your options is just great because if you know what you're doing, then you get so much better results. And like, for example, I was very trying to make a really realistic thing, like paint art, and then I forgot what. I guess one of our art teachers at school was just teaching us a bunch of styles, and I was like, oh wait, this is actually really cool. Let me try this. Like, or at camp, there's a ceramics part of it, and I'm just like, okay, this is really fun. I could play around with that. So, yeah. So here I am doing a lot of different art, but Not a big surprise. So I'll use that same green. Instead of wasting green, I'll just grab some yellow. Okay, so for the lake, this color is half of your painting. You have to get it right. No pressure. But so the problem is, I think you actually need more yellow than green because green is very powerful. And if you add, sorry, I don't know how many people washed their brushes after last time. So let me try to find a clean brush. All right, here we go. So nice. Okay, that's good. Also, remember this. This is something that I learned this year. That is something that's like completely running my art life right now. If you want to make something lighter or darker, try to avoid using white or black because they're the most strong colors and they might not actually get you the color you want. Like for example, some people, when they see this, go, okay, in order to make the lake, I have to mix white and green. But you don't. You want to mix yellow because you get this nice color that's a lot more like it. That's so nice. Okay, it just feels great when you are trying to experiment and you make something really good. When you make exactly what you were going for, it always feels good. So, just to give you what it was like. I was not expecting me to get this first try, but we're starting to do every day. Okay, so in this case, I experience it. I never get things right the first time. Never. I take so many tries. You know, making good art, I'm trying to make these as short as possible, but if to make them look good, the paintings, I sort of take my time. So just bear with me if you want to see a great painting at the end. I'm sorry if you can't see me, I'm not really paying attention. Give me a second. Just gonna, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, this way. Okay. Right. So just take a look at this because this is a great example of how I set up my paintings. Like it looks really rough at first, but for those of you who see my finished paintings, I assume this one is gonna look pretty similar. So it just doesn't even stutter. But it just oh my god again. Wow, that was weird. But it's good. I was about to do it again. Okay, that's so weird. Like I've never done that. Okay. Know what I'm going to say. Great. So basically, I feel like you really want to get a good way to make your paintings. If you are having a lot of trouble making paintings, and you just make a one page, you're like, oh my god, this looks so good. Remember how you did it because that might be officially your way of making paintings. And sometimes it's really important because you can follow other people's, you can follow mine. But for me, it comes out with the best results, but that doesn't mean for you it's going to come with the best results. For you, maybe you want to paint over the, so this is actually something that I did really recently. I just tried. I still like this way better, but for some people, this might make it so much easier. So you have a printed out reference picture, and then you paint over it. And then you're trying to see if you can't tell that it's painted over. Because then you get a feel for what you're making. I didn't do that completely, but my brother's birthday was like 3 days ago, and he likes a few things, and I was just like, I have absolutely no clue how to paint this, or how to draw it. Right. So what I did was I went online, I found the picture, I moved it onto this drawing app that I have, and then I used it as a background. Then I just drew over it into simple shapes. I broke it up into simple shapes, and then I changed the background to white, so I just got those basic shapes. So it was like, if you are doing, this is actually a great way to do it. I like that actually really helped. If you're going to make something like a cartoon, that's great. For this, I don't know, but it depends. Landscapes, they're just hard to break up. You can break them up, but not into simple shapes like you can do other things. I'm just letting this dry, sorry. Just so you understand why I'm not painting. But I'm gonna do a little bit though right now. Okay, so I don't bore you to death. So basically, though, what was I? Can someone in the comments help me out? What was I saying? Sorry, but like I just had a complete brain fart. I have absolutely no clue what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the different styles. Sorry, but it really was great because you can really see, like, if you're making, a lot of people think like the vase of food, the bowl of food, it's like an iconic paint, um, like an iconic like paint subject, but and for that you might want to do something like that where you break it up into shapes. Finally, guys, you really in this stage just want to cover your entire canvas. That's your goal. So that when you add the details, there's not just some white spots. And I did a very bad job at that goal. Okay, let me quickly see what this is like. Look at if you want to paint along, but you just can't at the moment because you don't have the right things or you are like just not ready. First of all, you can go on YouTube in the next tomorrow at least it will be up and rewatch it with the supplies you need. If you have the supplies you need, that's great. If you don't, check. So if you go onto the YouTube channel, and then in the top you'll have like something to like say playlist, channel, something like that. Press. If you're on a phone, you have to press more. And if you're on, I think, any other device, then you should just press discussion. Discussion, you want to go to discussion, and you can write like basically comments if you want about the whole channel there. But I have been writing a bunch of stuff just about the channel too in general, and there I was talking about these live streams, and I also put today I put on a list of all the things that I use in my videos, so that if you really want to paint along, but the things you have just aren't working for you, then you have to figure out how to use. Now I can't promise that will work for you either, but I can promise you that. Okay, so great. I don't really want to let this dry right now in the middle of a live stream, but there's not much else that I can do. So I'm just like annoyed at myself right now. Okay, I can do something though. Okay, so get a darker green. Start your shadow right now while it's still wet. I'm an idiot. It's definitely something I should be doing actually. So take some darker green, take it out and just make darker. So this is really, it's like a race against nature. Try not to let it dry. Okay, please be darker. So, we can just make this palm tree type shape now. The water. You sort of want it to be see-through. We'll just do random dots just to make it. How many are there? 30. Oh, good. Okay. Tip for the was. I don't know if that's a saying. I just say it. So yeah. Take a step back and look at your painting now. Because you might not be giving yourself enough credit. I know I am not. But if I take a step back, okay, I was expecting a little bit better, but let me just try something quickly. Give me a second. I just took a step further away, and I like that. It definitely needs some details. I cannot stay on this mountain right now. It's giving me sorry. Okay. So okay, well I have to keep going, it's live. So, let's detail this mountain. I'm getting serious OCD from it. Okay, yeah, I just can't. Okay. So add some blue to your white that you have from earlier if you have some extra, I hope you do. If not, take some more white. Don't waste paint. It's very hard to get more right now. So just try. So the idea of this is hopefully that will work around. You might be using less than paint than me, so we're trying to just detail this. It looks a little bit more definitely do more than that. So this is a great way to detail mountains because the impressionist feel of it I just absolutely love. This is the thing. It's really hard for me to paint impressionism, but I love to look at it because it's just insane to see how to make. Someone said this already, but really do look up impressionism if you have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about, because I can sort of explain it, but I think the internet can actually probably explain it better than me. Basically, what it is it's a style of art where it came up because oh my god, I did it again. Okay. Sorry. My stuttering days are coming. But okay. Sorry, I'm getting frustrated at myself. But it's a style of art that takes it came from a time where like it was sort of like the breaking point between modern art and European old art, because you go to art museum, you'll see a lot of it is just a lot of very realistic scenes of biblical times or portraits, things like that. That was the type of art that was coming. Like you really couldn't expect much else. But some people came along, like Claude Monet. First they painted outside and did what they saw, which was really a breakthrough. And the other thing that they did that was pretty insane was they wanted it to look like a painting. And now everyone was like, who would want their painting to look like a painting? Now, to us, that might be obvious, but to the artists at the time, they were like, and art critics, they hated it because they were like, it doesn't look like real. It doesn't look real. But that was sort of the point. They didn't want it to look completely real. They wanted it to sort of feel, they wanted to put they want to put emotion to it. That's what they wanted to do. They didn't want it to look exactly how they did it. They want to see how their mind saw it instead of their eyes saw it. I guess is a good way to put it. So what they did was they would really let you see their brushstrokes. Look up impressionism on Google Images, and you'll see what I mean. Claude Monet is my favorite example of this. He made, if you've ever seen his like bridge paintings over his garden, you can really see what I mean, or water lilies. You can see those really brushstrokes. It just looks really cool now. Wow, I keep on stuttering. Wow. Okay. Okay. So that mountain is looking much better, but do not worry, I'm not done yet. The peach. The problem is the transitions. I've been using the wrong black. Okay, so I want to do something like this. Where at first it might not make any sense, but we're going to blend it on now. This. There you go. Cool. Take some more. And then I'm actually going to do this one. Pause. It's okay there. The problem is it's not thin enough. Like at this point, I might as well just go over the whole thing in it, and it should have enough detail in it because of this blue layer. And now I think I'm just going to make an impressionist landscape at this point because I'm so this. Trust me, this part, the mountainous might take me a little bit only because of how hard this is. So much harder than I expected. Okay, but we can work with it. So we'll just. Yeah, we are really going for impressions. This just looks nice and fast. So there we go. You can really see what I mean when I like this one. You can see all. Okay, you know what? It looks more like the picture than I expected. It's not even impressionist. I mean, it looks good. Now I need to add some depth into it because the point of the original was just to show you depth. So, doing this purpose. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So, from far away, it actually looks really nice right now. But I need to add some of that watery feel to that. So let's do that. Okay, I'm just gonna put them in there. I'm using a lot of brushes. It's okay. So, okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm not really paying attention to the comments. Sorry, but if you, okay, thank you. I hope I'm like really not missing anything important. Okay. I'm really okay. So, why did I take too long? Okay. I am like really forgetful. Okay. That's at least a regression. Well. Okay, I am not myself. Okay. Let's take some of that. Take some water. Some screen. This this is water. It's not like so it's like like water. Not water. Oh, this makes absolutely no sense. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That was done. So this brush is not going to be only because I don't know why it's kind of like this. But we should try this. Oh. Okay. And we can add some of this. So this like the way you can tell it's wet. Oh, this is great. Okay, so I actually did some of this once. I did this sign like this once, where you basically had a bunch of colors sort of randomly assembled on the palette. And it makes this really nice. Yeah. Again, that's how I want to color. Okay. My wonderful color is destroyed. Great job, me. I'm just gonna add the yellow. So this might as well be yellow. Really a nice color. Oh, I love that. Sun. Not doing it. Okay. No, I'll save that for later because I just have enough of nothing for now. And okay. I'm really mad at myself. I'm just gonna throw it out there because I'm just I'm like so mad at myself right now. For that mountain, I should have said it out there. No. Climb on it would be crap. You know, that's a much more subtle thing, much more subtle. Okay. We can add some. It's important. Okay. Now we can go back to that stinking note. Wow, that is like so annoying. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm so mad right now. Okay, here we go. No, it's not going to be so much more. We need to do. I feel like I want to protest. Water does nothing. Water does, because it absolutely does nothing. Okay, but in terms of this, it's a really good. It's just okay. We're almost done. We'll just add some of that. I don't know why I did that. Why I didn't do that. That looks much better. So, detail and finish this up. And done. Okay. Didn't come out exactly as I hoped, but you know what? Whoa. Oh, it's okay. I think I definitely could have done things better with this, but I think it came out good. So from far away, at least from the camera, as I can see it right now, it looks great. From up close, it's sort of hard, but I hope you enjoyed. Check out the YouTube channel. Oh, actually, give me a second. Sorry, I completely forgot about the trees. So let me do that now. Wow, that's like the main part of the painting. I am not myself today. I'll say that again. Okay, here we go. So, start making trunks. We have something like this. I'm not going to go with all of the this part because I sort of feel like I'm sort of confident in my palm tree making the glasses. Okay, so now what I can do is I'll grab a brush. Ooh, a hard brush. Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, this will work nicely. So I have a hard brush here. The reason for that is because I find it a lot easier to make palm trees when they're hard. So scratch it in. Never mind, this is so much harder to do with a dry brush. So instead, I'm going to make sure this is really okay. That's going to be so much better. Now, don't forget, palm trees have a very unique leaf texture. And so we really want to get that. Step up. Now keep on going. Okay. Almost done. I'm not really expecting. I'm gonna make all of them. Put this in place. Okay. Okay. So we're almost in our mark, so I'm going to try and do that. So we really want this to be nice and slow. Okay, I'm not loving those, but one more thing that we can do is just add some trees here. This one should not fall out of that. Okay, I call this dirtiest brush or because I'm not bothering to clean this out. And I'm going to go over that. Just don't want to put this detail. So again, this didn't come out. I'm going to try and end this while I'm doing it, just so I don't waste any time. This was fun. I definitely wish I did a bit of a better job, but again, this is not, I couldn't really restart, but I did that last time, so the first time. So I didn't really want to, it already took us an hour, but you know, I'm glad that I did this because at least I could sort of figure out a few techniques that you can use. This one was more about the starting of the painting than anything, less about the. I'm just going to shoot it side by side though, just so you can sort of see how it goes a bit closer. Just look, I cannot do this. it's something like this, so you can sort of just see what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like the video. If you are not watching this on YouTube, then check out the channel. You might, if you like this, you might like some of the other videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. Happy painting.